up, guys? Tom Rasulo here. I'm back in my lockout to teach you the groove of the week that I did earlier this week at United Recording in Hollywood, California. It's a pretty easy groove. It's just one measure of 4/4 with steady 16th notes throughout. The way I think of 16th notes and count them out is 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. If you look at the notation that I've put in the description below, you'll see all of the music, and it should be in PDF form, so just look at that and follow along with the video. So if you have your metronome set to 90 BPM, your 16th notes will sound like this. The groove is nothing but that. It's just your 16th notes, and the only difference is that when you're actually playing the groove, you're doing what I like to call a revolving groove, which means you're splitting up those 16th notes between your right hand, left hand, and right foot. That sounds a little something like this. The whole groove revolves around that pattern, with two exceptions. On the of 2, as in 2E and beat 3, you have 2 snare hits in a row. So 2E and 3 are both snare hits, with a grace note on the end of 2 and an accent on 3. So the first 2 beats of this groove sound just like this. The only other exception is 2 kick drums in a row on the and of count 4, as in 4E and sounding like this. If you put those both together, you have the entire groove. It sounds like this. I know that 2 snares in a row with a grace note followed by an accent can be hard for some beginner drummers. So an exercise I suggest you sit in front of the TV and maybe learn and practice at 90 BPM is something that sounds like this. In that exercise, you're starting with the grace note into an accent on your right hand, and then a grace note on your left hand into an accent on your left hand. That'll help you build up your chops and get that whipping motion that's really necessary to get a groove like this. Once you do that with your hands, you're going to want to do the same thing with your foot, going like this. Once you get comfortable playing on the hi-hat, kick, and snare, you can have some fun with the groove and make it more interesting to listen to by moving your right hand around the kit. It sounds something like this. If you want to get really fancy, you can start moving your right hand to the bell of the ride and your left hand for the grace notes only to your hi-hat. That sounds something like this. And that's the groove. Practice with a metronome, that's really important. I started practicing this at about 90 BPM, which is what I've been demonstrating the whole time. I found my comfort zone is right around 130 BPM, sometimes down to 125 if I want to sit in the pocket a little bit more. But you'll find your own comfort zone. Don't get frustrated if it's hard to get at first. It was hard for me, but you'll find your own way. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to comment on the video. I'm always available, and I'd love to answer your questions. And happy practicing. I hope you guys like it and look for another one of these next week. Until then, I'm Tom Rasulo. I hope you guys liked your groove of the week.